There you go.
Yep.
Call a special meeting of the Hardy County Board of Education order at 9 a.m. on August the 19th, 2026. The first order of business is approval of an order of the Board of Education of the County of Hardy directing an election to be held on November the 3rd, 2026 for the purpose of submitting to the voters of the Hardy County School District a proposition for additional school levy for general expenses of operation the public schools of Hardy County, West Virginia, attachment 1. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second to approve the attachment 1. Open the floor for discussion.
So I just wanted to just recap what we had discussed before. You're looking at the $1.3,459,000 annually. That is going to be specifically and only used for the personnel piece. So we took everything out of the levy that was in it before, except for the category of those, what averages out to be 20 personnel people, which would help with your formula piece. That's the broken part. So when you read that, it says employment and retention support, including without limitation funding to maintain current additional needed positions above the funding formula provided by the state to improve and enhance the Hardy County School District's instructional programs, school safety, and or student support programs by employment and retention of school level employees. And it says school level, so specifically school level, not central office, including but not limited to qualified teachers, bus operators, and or service personnel. So this levy now only contains that piece. And I think we owe it to our employees before we have to go through a pretty tough season to send it out one more time and try to, get the voters' support. The amount of the levy then ends up being less than half of what it was last time. So whatever you were going to be paying, it's less than 50% of that. Did you want to touch on any of that? That's pretty much it. Yeah. Class 1, of course, is $0. Class 2, hold on, I'm sorry, let me get to the percentages. The class property 1 is 3.79 cents. Class 2 property is 7.58 cents. Class 3 is 15.16 cents. And class 4 is 15.16 cents. And if you remember last time, that class 3 and 4 was 30.76 or something like that. So you've got a reduction on those.
I know it depends on a lot of things.
Yeah.
But can you give an estimate of how many teachers, staff, whatever, that this might help keep and whom it might be?
Yeah, so you're looking at a variety of folks. So right now, before we know what our numbers are this year, we're up to 15. Okay, so 16 people over. We were looking at 13 before, we kind of used the 13 number. Now we're to 15. So you would be looking after this year, October 1 numbers come in. If our enrollment declines, you're adding to that. So this is designed to support 20 positions. So you would be looking instructional wise, you would be looking at some CTE positions, some EL positions. You will be looking at our communities and school social workers that take care of our kids. And you would be looking at administrative for schools and assistant principal roles that we would be able to hold.
Okay. That's what I thought we discussed earlier.
Yeah. And you're going to be looking at cook and custodial as well, because we've already taken a hit in that area. We've tried to not hire back as folks have left. We've combined and we've moved. We've been doing that, but you'd be looking at that as well.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other discussion? And what we're voting on today is just to vote on this to put it on the ballot.
Correct. If your vote today means that this goes to the county commission, which will meet on Monday, and then the county commission just has to have a meeting to add it to the ballot. They don't have a say in whether or not what's in the levy. Their vote is just to add it to the ballot.
Any other discussion?
I had the question that if the legislature should do something to help us this time,
Mm-hmm.
and that they're going to fund a bunch of positions, what is our recourse then?
So
You'll-
if you get a bunch of money and the legislature decides to fund it, the Board of Education can meet again and you can lower that levy rate. So you can go back in and decide that you need less money, if that would be the case, from the taxpayers, and could ask for that levy rate to be lowered. And then there's a category that states that if you collect more than what you need for those positions too, it could be used for things such as instructional supplies,
What
a building
paragraph
facility.
is it in?
You have to give me a minute.
Toward the back.
Yeah, I think it comes in under,
Is it under the,
I think it's 6,
yeah, I think it's 6.
paragraph 6.
In the event that the actual amount collected is less than the amount noted for the above stated purposes, the board is authorized and empowered to determine the discretion to reduce the spending. That talks about that. That's just the reduction part. Collection of shortfall. Maybe it's 5. Any excess in the above amount needed for the stated purpose plus excess collections due to the increased assessed value valuations for enrichment, supplementation, operation, and improvement of educational services, schools, or facilities in the public schools of Hardee County, including student instructional supplies, materials, equipment, facility improvements, and capital projects, as the board may determine from the time and its discretion.
okay.
So the board would have to say, we have an extra $500,000. We want to use that to put the new roof on East Hardee High School, or, however you deemed that
Sure.
appropriate.
But, well, I mean, I know the answer to the question, but the MIP projects and those things, we'd still be eligible for them. But, heaven forbid we'd have
Oh, yeah.
our part.
Well, you still have, the majority of the state has an excess levy to operate their schools. Counties really don't typically operate, but are there 11 now, 10 that don't have an excess levy, which we're one of? All of those still apply for and get federal or the state funding for MIPs and for the SBA projects. So yes, you're still 100% eligible for all that.
And even if the state does change the formula, which, I mean, really good for too, but they haven't shown any promising signs yet. But personnel, I think it's just always going to be something that you're not fully funded for. I mean, you heard Beth talk the other day about the monitoring of special education and how we need, how many more positions
Yeah.
for special education. She
6
said,
more special ed teachers.
which is just going to make, even if the enrollment stays the same and doesn't decrease, that's just going to increase our number of 16 to 19 or 20 or whatever I think it's always going to be a battle.
Well, and I had read that it's close to 30% statewide, this special ed, isn't it?
I think the last numbers that I saw statewide, it was 22%, but we're 25%.
Okay.
Yeah.
22 state, okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Opposed? The vote is 5-0. So I guess we'll just have to get that to you.
Yes, I'll give you the signature page. If you'll take that with you, that would be great.
Next on the agenda, approval of Hardee County
Get that.
salary schedule, coaches, athletic directors, and trainers, attachment 2.
Move to approve.
Properly moved and second to approve the salary schedules. Any discussion?
The only thing that you're doing to this coaching salary schedule is East Hardee Middle 7th and 8th grade essentially added a cross-country team, and we didn't have it on our list to pay that coach. So before we can hire the coach for the cross-country team, you have to put their salary on the coach's list. So you've got it here for the $750 plus the 2% of a teaching salary. And that's the only change you're making.
Any other discussion?
Oh, yeah, and the school pays for it. Sorry, that is important to add. The first 3 years, the school pays for that to see if it's going to be a sustainable program. And then if it is, then we'll take it over from there.
Okay.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? Vote is 5-0. Next on the agenda, approval of adjustments to the board meeting schedule. I think you have those in your packet.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second to approve the board meeting schedule. Any discussion on those? Of the dates changing?
Were any of them changed after the end of the year?
No, the only change is that we added a date in September because we did have one in September.
Yeah, I saw
And
those.
then
I
you
just
have one
didn't,
left.
I
Yeah.
was going down through checking and making sure.
After January, they're all the same. We didn't make any
Okay.
changes to
All
those.
right.
In the October, we changed one, right?
Yep,
We just-
October, we took one out.
Right.
Yep, just shifted them.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Vote is 5-0. Next on the agenda, approval of personnel.
Yes, I got it, thank you. We can go ahead and do the first two, and then when you get to my resignation, you'll just need to go into executive session for that. Okay, I recommend the approval of the professional personnel hiring. Oh, we don't have that, I'm sorry. My bad. We recommend the approval of the athletic hiring of Julia Butler as the coach for cross-country 7th and 8th grade at East Hardy High School for the 26-27 school year.
Move to approve.
Second.
Probably moved and second to approve the superintendent's recommendations of athletic hiring. Any discussion?
Is this lady a teacher or a parent?
I believe she actually teaches in a different school district, is what I understand.
How far away?
Not
She's
100%
going
sure.
into the school.
Well, I'm curious. How far away
I
is
think
she?
it's in Virginia. You'd have to talk to Mrs., would you go get
That
Mrs.
was a great
Strotterman?
answer. That was a great
We'll grab
answer.
Mrs. Strotterman for you and she can answer that question.
Okay, I'm just curious if she's,
I know they have it worked out, but I'm not sure exactly which school district she currently teaches in.
how available will she be?
You can, do you want me to go ahead and do that? Because you can accept it before we go in.
Oh, boy.
I'm sure they'll work it out.
She's coming. She's coming. Okay. Maybe we should do all of our meetings at 9 a.m. and then everybody's always here to ask questions.
Actually,
You just- You just go get everybody.
This would suit me better.
At 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, hey, I'm retired.
Yeah.
I can be here anytime, but 9.
Jana, what was your question?
I might be a little sharper.
Miss Rose has a question for you.
Oh,
okay.
My question is Julia Butler, coach at cross country at East Hardy High School. Where does she teach?
Cape Bridge, I believe.
Cape and Bridge.
Okay, not Virginia.
Do you, how is she going to manage to get to East Hardy High School?
That is a great question that I assume Derek Parks and Kathy Strotterman have taken care of as the principal and athletic director. Yeah, that's at the school. We don't know.
Planning period. Maybe they move the planning period.
I don't
Or she's
know.
practicing
I know
late.
I believe that she transferred her children to East Hardy. Her children attend East Hardy schools.
Oh,
She's
okay.
still working at Cape and Bridge. And I only know that from looking at her application.
So she's got to be there with her kids anyway. I mean, I'm sure she wouldn't have applied if she didn't have a plan, but
That's all I know. It would be. For further information, we can ask Mr. Parks.
No, apparently he's recommended her and,
He did. And so did the athletic director.
okay. I just see a conflict with time, but that's just me and my being old fashioned, stick in the mud, as we all know.
Any other discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Opposed? The vote is
Aye.
5.
you opposed, right?
I'm
She's opposed.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that.
That one.
Okay.
I really am. I see a real conflict there.
So for one, not
4-1.
for one,
Vote
not
is
for,
4-1.
yeah, for one.
Sorry, Miss Rose, I didn't hear you. Is there a motion to go into an executive session
So moved.
Second.
for the approval of resignations? Properly moved and second to go in executive session. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Shows in executive session at 9:15.
Okay, got back on there. Okay, and so we're ready here. You get ready here. Yeah, we can get her, and I would go ahead and vote. Let me grab her.
You all can go ahead and vote since she wasn't in here.
Motion to come out of executive.
I make a motion that we come out of executive session, with
Second.
no decisions made.
Sorry.
Properly moved and second to come out of executive session. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This vote is 4-0. Show us out of executive session at 9:46.
Miss Rose was walking into the restroom.
I see that you're eating peppermint candy. Was the other upset in your stomach? You weren't a big cinnamon fan.
You turning him back up, Mr. Harper.
I'm trying to
Thank
figure
you.
it out.
It should just be that plus sign. I told him to tell her I didn't have time.
Should we go
Mr.
to-
Geller, can you hear me?
Yeah, I would go ahead,
I'm trying to turn you up.
because we really need this room.
Yeah, operate it here.
Yeah,
we just-
loud.
Sorry. We'll move along.
Hey DJ, say something.
Sing to us.
We're fine. We can hear you.
Okay, just go ahead.
Next on the agenda is approval of resignations. You have before you Dr. Van Meter's resignation, which will be effective September 30th, 2026.
So moved.
Second.
Properly moved and second to accept Dr. Van Meter's resignation. Any discussion? I just want to say thank you, Sheena, for all that you've done for Hardy County for over the years. We appreciate it. We will miss you, and we wish you blessings on your new endeavor.
Thank you. It has been a true honor.
Always admired her common sense. And I think the society we have today, most people lack it. So I wish you the best. I'm really sorry you're leaving, but I do understand.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
You're gonna have a pretty good challenge. Not
Any,
that you didn't have one here.
Thank you. Thank you.
any other discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, the vote is 5-0. We have a meeting for
Friday at 9
Friday
a.m.
at 9. Friday at 9 a.m.
Special meeting for this Friday at 9.
Anything else needs to be brought before the board today?
I hate to do this, but I need an executive session, please. To discuss, I don't know if it would be personnel or school property, but I would like a few minutes.
Okay.
Is there a second?
Second.
Properly moved and second to go into executive session for discussion of school property. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Show us an executive session at 9:49.
right, I'm muting and so you
Thank
can
you,
come out of
Rose.
executive session. Okay.
I move to come out of executive session.
Second.
So,
It's okay.
Properly moving.
Probably-
Second to come out of the executive session. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye. Vote is 5-0. Show us out of the executive session at 9:53 with no action taken.
I do think you need to make a note on public that Mrs. Rose left the first executive session due to a conflict of interest. And I don't think we put that on the record. Correct?
Right.
No, we have not.
Just because we were in executive
Right.
session and weren't, yeah, just so she left early.
I'm curious, why are they allowed to stay in executive session? Shaman?
Because she's finance and she's the secretary taking notes about the process of hiring a new superintendent, because Sean will actually organize and lead those, well, she'll organize those meetings and plan them. If you ever don't want them here, you can absolutely say
No,
that.
I'm just curious, because normally they're not.
When we talk about like how we're going to pay somebody or what fee structure or salary structure they're going to get, we include Sarah in that because she has to tell us like, do we have that or how is this going to be paid? And those are the things that are discussed on that end. And Sean just takes the notes for us so that we make sure we get it all correct when we come out. If we have to have, for example, another special meeting. But you can always say if you don't want them there.
It doesn't bother me, I just wondered,
Yes,
because I
absolutely.
didn't think it was normal procedure.
Anything else needs to be brought before the board today? Is
Move
there,
adjourned.
is there a second? Properly moved and second to adjourn. Any discussion? Hearing none, proceed to vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The vote is 5-0. Show us adjourned at 9:54.